Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me for the free monthly tarot scopes. For the tarot portion of the reading, we'll be using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which is my own creation. Then we will move over and choose a card from the Animal Totem cards, the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which are also my own creation, to round out the reading for the month. If you're watching these readings to learn how to read tarot, I recommend my book, Tarot in the Modern World. It's very inexpensive and easy to understand. You can find all that by looking in the Eye in the Sky, as well as my adult coloring books, which are therapeutic and art therapy. They're relaxing, and all the things that I have for sale and all the readings I do are to help with your spiritual growth and your empowerment, because that's your ultimate goal. While we're doing the reading, take time to look at each card. I will hold them up and you can freeze frame the deck. Look at the letters, look at the shapes, see if anything stands out to you. This is how it can become a more personal reading to you, as you trust your intuition and allow these cards to speak to you, as I know they do. They're still speaking to me. If you don't get your personal message from this one, please be sure to check out your rising sign and your moon sign. Now, before we start the reading, I want everybody to pick a color. Once you have your color in mind, we're going to move on to the reading. Thank you in advance for your continued support, and on to the reading. Hello, Scorpio. I think I have this light too bright here. Is that better? Yeah, we're going to go with that, because otherwise we'll have glare on the cards. Alright, let's get right into your reading for June 2016. What's going on for Scorpio? Oh, and if you picked that color, look for it in the cards. Look for the color in the cards, okay? And the color, when you see it, it may hold a little bit more relevance for you by looking at it. I'm trying to get your cards out and talk at the same, walk and chew gum at the same time here. Let's see, one more card for Scorpio. Okay, but there's a lot of people here. Practically the whole spread is court cards. We in frame here too. Let's get everything. You're the first one today, so I'm fresh. You get me fresh, but you get me a little bit, not quite all the way set up yet, okay? There we go. Alright, so, court cards. Knight of Rods, Knight of Swords, the Emperor, who could be a person too, but let's just stick to straight court cards. Page of Swords, King of Rods, Page of Rods. So, it's people, people, people. Lots of people are showing up here. And this is for June, huh? So, I think you're going to be busy interacting with a lot of people. Alright, now, as you know, if you ever watch these videos, first of all, these are knights and kings and whatever. I'm going to refer to them as male, but they may not be. In these general readings, these are just, could be any gender. It's not about specifically a male or female. And secondly, if you haven't heard before watching these readings, pages I often don't even use as people. I use them as news coming. That all the young dudes carry the news. So these pages are often, they're the messengers, and the type of messages they bring we're going to delve into. Let's start from the top. So we got these two court cards together. I'm going to call them guys, but again, they could be whoever. But I do feel like they're really connected. And, you know, take time to look at the cards, see if anything stands out, freeze frame it. They're connected. They're a team, they're a partnership, they're brothers. They're together somehow. Maybe like a sort of a romantic couple. I mean, I'm not going to rule that out. But more it feels like they're a team. That's what I want to say. They're on the same team. Or in the same family. You know, it feels like that. Like this team energy feels very family-like too. But I feel like they work together. You know, that they've got some kind of... maybe for some of you it's going to be a business proposition. For some of you it might be... like a job. For some of you this could be for some of you this has something to do with a house. I'm picking up pretty strong. Like they're going to buy your house or sell your house, or you know, they're the remodeling team if you're getting work done in your house. If it feels like that, or if you're going to move somewhere, there has to be like work done first before you move in. It feels real strong like that. Because it feels like here's the Emperor. Okay. So it feels like here's the emperor, he's the boss man, and these are the workers or the underlings. Or maybe this is the patriarch of the family, the father, and these are his two sons or something. But these are all people that are beneficial for you. And this Knight of Swords, he just really seems to me like he's just rushing right, he's running right in here. Like, here I come to save the day. You know, he's just like, here I am to save the day. I'm getting that really strong. The other thing is, you know, air, we are in Gemini for the month, for a lot of the month, until the 20th. So during the time of air, this feels quick. Like this is happening quickly. Quick, quick, quick. Here I come. He's rushing right in. We also are having a new moon in Gemini on the 4th. So it could be as soon as the 4th of June. And then secondly, we're going to have a full moon in Sag on the 20th, the same day the sun goes into Cancer. So maybe these new and full moons are going to play a role in the timing for you guys, because you have the air and the fire, and that's where we're going to have the new moon, full moon. Air and fire together, though, these guys are going to get the job done. You know, they're going to get it done. They're going to get, you know, it's action oriented, it's movement, it's go, go, go. You know, sometimes Scorpios, you can be fixed and you want to just stay too long in a situation or take too much time on something. You're going to have to get with the program here, I want to say. You know, you're going to have to step up and, you know, these guys are ready to move or ready to go. Here I am, let's go. Come on, chop, chop. You know, this is what I'm getting about this energy. It's like, quick, quick, let's go. So if it's a job, you may have to make a decision real quickly. Some of you, you might have to relocate to take a job or even relocate to another area, you know. But secondly, sometimes this is like, well, I'm going to have to go to another office. Like if it's a bigger company, like with the Emperor, sometimes it can be. You know, I might have to go to this other office in this other place to do my work. Or for some of you, I feel like it could be a short duration too. Like you might have to go to this place to just do this one thing and then come back. Like if say you were in the film movie business, you might be shooting on location. You know, you might have to go and then come back. Or because I'm picking up stuff like that, like maybe really more like audio, but it could be with film too. But like people with headphones and like it feels more like a studio, really. You know, so maybe, or if you're a musician, maybe you're going to go record something somewhere and come back. Which, you know, I don't know if that's done that much anymore because of technology. You can just send your tape, you know, send your files. But who knows? Whatever. It feels like you're going to go and you're going to come back for a lot of you, and it's quick. It's a quick duration. It might be that quick, like you go on the 4th and you're back on the 20th. It could be those exact dates even for some of you. This is good news though. And you've got this 10 of Rods in reverse, so this talks about a load is lifted off your back because of this. You're feeling lighter, you're feeling relief. This is interesting that this Page of Swords is in reverse. Because here's the Knight of Swords upright, you know, go, go, go. And often the Page of Swords is like the news, in reverse would say like, it's the, oh, I have to show you. It's the news that maybe you weren't wanting to hear, or the news is disappointing, or, you know, the news is delayed or something. It's like news is coming, but it's not really what you're hoping to hear. Normally that's what it says, but look how it's just surrounded by all these good cards, so I'm not really sure about it. I think for some of you, this might be an actual person, you know. Because the other reason I feel that, we've got the Page of Swords, Page of, again with the air and the fire too. That same thing. Air, fire, new moon, full moon. But these two, besides being the messengers, they're often children. And you have the Six of Cups, which is a card with it about children and stuff. And I was speaking about the Page of Rods, who also can be thought of as a child. You know, the younger people. The pages are the younger people. So, it's like, okay, say it could be like, well, I have to go away. Here's what I want to say about it. I feel like in some cases that these kids aren't on board with this. Or if you have two kids, maybe one is on board and excited about it and one's not. You know, some kind of trip you're going to take, some kind of move you're going to make. Because it's going to impact them in some way. If it's a new job, maybe they might have to switch schools, or you won't be able to pick them up in time, or this or that. It could also, that's more what it feels like though, it's because you're inconveniencing them. not because they care so much. It's more like, how is this going to ruin, you're ruining my life, how you're affecting my life. But in some cases, this could also just be for old, like childhood friends and things like that. Because the Six of Cups can be your own childhood or your own past, or you're recapturing your past. Some of you may be moving back to area where you grew up, or where some childhood friends or people you went to school with or something are living. You may be reconnecting with these people that you knew when you were younger, or are younger than you even now. But secondly, maybe if you've always been in the same place and these are the people you've grown up with, it might be hard to leave them. But it feels like, with all these court cards, you're dealing with a lot of relationship stuff going on here. Different kinds of relationships. Some of you, let me finish up this row with the King of Rods. King of Rods is a person, could be male or female in these readings. The thing is, just as pages are children, the kings are experienced. Sometimes most tarot books and stuff will say, well, it's age. This is young, and this is a child, this is the young man, and this is the adult man, or the man over 40 or 50. I've heard those things about the king. I threw that age thing out the window a long time ago, except once in a while it might hit me like that, but really, it's a level of maturity. There's guys that are in their 60s who behave like this, like a knight or a page, and then there's guys who are younger in their 20s, or people, because it's either or, that are very settled and mature and everything. So the king is always the person who's more mature, more settled, more matter of fact. I just saw in the card. So he's somebody real positive, and he or she either is the emperor, or is friends with the emperor, or knows them or something. In some cases, you may take a job. You have to change offices, or change locations, and you find out that this boss there, or the person in charge there, you actually knew them. You guys went to school together, or, oh, no kidding, I remember that. There could be some weird connection from your past, your childhood, or maybe even again, with your own children, if you have them. Maybe your kids play on the same soccer team or something like that. This guy, too, for some of you, this could be a big relationship stuff with this, because this card is more on the lines of an emotional connection. This isn't really about work and stuff. So I think of all of them that are showing up here, if you're single and wanting to meet somebody, this King of Rods would be the best pick of them all, You have the wish card down here. So your wish is coming true. And not only that, the wish card is, it's usually more of a specific thing. It's usually not some vague thing. This is something that you've wished for and you've wanted it sometimes. For some of you, you may have wished for this a long time ago. Because sometimes we make these wishes. I've had that happen. I'm doing these visualizations. Before I even knew what visualizations were, visualizing these things. And then it happens like way later, Like I'm talking about like when I'm 10, 11. And then I'm almost 30 and this thing happens. And I'm just like, oh wow, you're a different person. When I was 30, I was a different person than I was when I was 10 or 11, And hopefully everybody is, Hopefully you're not the same person as you were when you were 10 or 11. So this thing shows up. It's a person, actually. And this person shows up. And I'm just like, how bizarre is this? But I had my perspective had totally shifted by then, and that happens a lot. Hopefully that happens a lot. Hopefully you're not staying stuck all the time. So for some of you, it could be this like, you wished for this when you were a child or a long time ago. And it's going to show up now, and it's just like, wow. And I'm not really sure what the message is. I guess it would be to see how far you've come, but I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting kind of strong on this. It's like you wished for it at some time, but it was like, God, that was, I've changed so much. Sometimes that's maybe like a, what do you call that, a postmark, or not a mark in the benchmark, to see how far you've come. A signpost in the roads to see how far you've come, put these pins in it, to see how far you've come. And I don't feel like this is bad. I don't feel like any of this is bad at all, or that you'd be disappointed by this, because these are cards of happiness and fun. This looks like fun with all these fire sign people. We're talking about going out and having some fun, laughing. You know, sometimes Scorpios, you guys can get too serious. You know, so this is about, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna, you know, levity. There's a lot of levity around these fire sign people, because you do have the Page, the Knight, and the King of Fire. You know, you've got three fire sign. In some cases, this could be the same person too. Again, there's this younger and older. Like, I knew them 20 years ago, and now I meet them again. Or I knew them as children, and now we meet again. Sometimes when these court cards of the same suits show up, it does talk about time passing, and it does talk about things, you know, people. What's good about it, especially with the fire sign people, as the Page, as the Knight, as the King, all in the upright position. So if it is, you like them when they were younger, and then you like them now too. Because sometimes like this, it's like, this could be too. This and this could be like, God, you were such an asshole to me when we were kids. I remember you, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I'm seeing sticking braids in the inkwell, but that's a little bit outdated. I don't know, when's the last time we had inkwells on our desks at school? Before my time, spirit guides. And I think before most of the people watching that. But that's something like you used to see on the old movies and stuff, where the little boys would stick the girls. That was what they were showing me. But I get it. I get the message. I don't mean to mock my spirit guides. Don't get mad. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and get onto this. Let's get onto this other thing here. I feel like they're kind of laughing too, the spirit guides. But anyways, we're going to look at this animal totem card here. Let's see. What is that animal totem card for? Scorpio Lion. Well, Leo the Lion is, you know, right in there again with, it's the fire sign. Fire signs are Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. But let me hold it up for you. And then let me totally read it for you too. Hopefully you get it focused, you can see it. Alright, let's take a look at what I wrote originally. Majestic, generous, fierce, proud. Courageous king of the beasts. Sublime leadership inspires loyalty. Delegate authority, then bask in the sun. Well, I think this is more describing this person, or these people, but I'm kind of honing in on like maybe it's this one person. Majestic, generous, fierce, proud, generous. That's the second word on the King of Rods, what I wrote originally on there too. So generous shows up twice. Fierce, proud, that proud thing is totally, you know, Leo. The Leo pride, and the lion too. Courageous king of the beast. I'm feeling like there is a certain degree of courage required here. Yeah, because this feels like it's just an influx of a lot of new people and a lot of new circumstances just kind of rushing in and rushing at you. And a lot of times Scorpios are like, whoa, you know, you're fixed, and you want to like put on the brakes or hold, you know, you don't like quick movements and quick changes. You know, you're more of a, you know, from a different vibration. So, thinking on your feet, go roll with the changes. I want you to roll with the changes. Keep on rolling. Okay, Scorpio, thank you guys for everything that you do to help support so I can do the free readings, including purchasing all my wares, the decks, the books, the mandalas. You can find all that in the upper right-hand corner in the eye in the sky. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down here to make sure that you catch all the forecasts that I post. I don't overpost, so you won't get bombarded. Remember, in donating, that always helps to keep things free. No amount is too small, no amount is too big. It's all very much appreciated. Thank everyone who donated this month. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of June, and I'll speak to you soon.